Yeah. Oh, let me make sure you can hear me. Can you hear me? Yeah. What she said? What she?
She's trying.
All right. Tell her she can go ahead on delete that call that.
Okay.
You streaming? Oh, you streaming? What she said?
It's not doing it right.
Huh?
She said it's not doing right.
One. All right, what's going on? What's going on? What you say? And just when you thought it was saved, okay, you screwing up. Y'all screwing up. Okay? I can't keep going and you kept the music playing in my damn ear. Thank you. All right. Please don't practice. Just when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely, positively not on this Friday evening, this casual Friday evening, no shirt, no tie, just me. Hoping that your Friday has been simply marvelous, no matter what it is that you've been doing all day, whether you've been out working or whether you're one of the fortunate ones who can just sit back and take your leisure. Tonight, there is a very controversial subject that I have. Some will call it racist. Uh, Others will say I'm crazy. Even black folk will get upset, some of them, at the subject matter of tonight. Minister Louis Farrakhan is an individual that I admire. I have been in the presence of the minister on at least three occasions here in the city of Memphis. I traveled a couple of years ago to the celebration of the 20th year celebration, rather, of the Million Man March. I support the minister. I support the things that he says. I even support, as a quote unquote Christian, all of his ideologies. I support what the nation is doing in the community. I support the tough stance that he takes on racism. And the sad thing is that in America now, first of all, when we start talking about the freedom of speech, and you're surprised at the many things that are taking place in white-controlled America, that takes away that freedom. You're surprised. You want to think that in its initiation that the Constitution was written for you and you were a slave. You think that that Declaration of Independence was written for you and you were a slave. You think that in 2019 that the black man is equal to the white man. You think that. You think on your good government jobs because you have a title. You are the vice president of this, that, or the other, that you one of them. Yeah, you are fearful to stand up and say that I'm a black man. You're fearful to stand for black issues because you think that that is going to go against the grain, and your gravy train that you think that you have, that the white supremacist, the white power broker has laid down in front of you to eat out of the pail. You think that somebody is going to snatch it away, so you remain quiet. Well, tonight, and I'm gonna get ready to take a commercial break so they can get some of this technical stuff straight in the control room. The subject tonight, as I talk about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who has been banned from Instagram and Facebook, I'm going to talk about tonight the greatest fear of the white man is the black man that he cannot tame. This is only part one. The greatest fear of the white man is the black man that he cannot tame. This is part one, because on Monday night, I will have as my special guest my good friend, Minister Anthony Muhammad, the minister of Mosque number 55. Let's take a commercial break and we will be right back. Now, what's going on?
She has no Wi-Fi in there, so she can't stream at all. Do you want me to stream off my page?
How you gonna stream off your page?
Just turn it on like regular.
Like regular?
Old-fashioned way. Otherwise, you won't be on Facebook
Okay,
at all.
take the old fashioned one. And I don't know why I'm stuck here on Instagram. I can't get the screen up. Tell you what, those of you on Instagram, I'm gonna log off and bring it right back on because I'm not able to see the comments. So those of you on Instagram, I'm gonna come off and bring you right back up. Those of you on Facebook that are joining me, we're having to do it the old fashioned way. They have lost their Wi-Fi in here for some damn reason. I don't know
It
what
rained.
the hell be going on up in this damn place here. Where the thing at? Instagram.
You talking to me?
No. I want to end this one. All right, now let me try back and come back this way. All right, let's try it this way. I know it just got stuck. All right, those of you on Facebook, we're doing it the old-fashioned way. You won't see the commercials. The studio, for whatever reason, does not have its Wi-Fi working, so we're streaming direct. So let me see. All righty.
All right, you up?
Uh,
So you're up.
yeah, what? Yeah, I get it up on. Wakanda. I'll take Benton OG. And again, those of you that's on Comcast is we're doing it the old-fashioned way. The Wi-Fi here in their facilities was not working. So we just do it the way we do it. How many more we got left? One more. All right, we are in the midst of commercial break. And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show. On tonight, the subject is the greatest fear of the white man is the black man he cannot control. Those of you that normally watch me on Facebook, you're looking at it the old way we used to do it. For some reason, here in the facilities, there is no Wi Fi, so we are streaming the show directly to you. All right, those of you on Instagram, behave yourselves and let's go on with the show. Facebook says that the newly banned accounts violated its policies against dangerous individuals and organizations. After years of pressure to crack down on hate and bigotry, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and several others have been removed, saying that they violated its ban on dangerous individuals. The latest ban applied to both Facebook's main service and also to Instagram to extend to fan pages and other related accounts. I find it curious that Zuckerberg, Facebook, will allow black folk to fight, throwing you weave everywhere, all types of violence in the black community. You can even have used some sex on Instagram and Facebook. All of the negatives of black folk can be depicted on these social media pages. But when it comes to a truth speaker such as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, there seems to be an issue. All right, Queen Ashanti, you go on the page. I don't have time for any of the madness on tonight. Seems that there seems to be a plan to silence any black man in this country that tries to educate, to inform, to inspire, to motivate other black folk to pick them own selves up, to economically empower themselves, and to stop waiting for the white man to be your hero, to be your superhero. Yeah, you're waiting on your oppressor to be your deliverer. It is not surprising that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and again, I totally support the minister. As I stated before the break, I have been to several of his rallies here in the city of Memphis. I traveled to DC several years ago to be a part of the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March. I support him. I support him. I don't give a damn what these quote unquote so-called Christians want to say. Well, when I look at, and I saw it on somebody's page, well, he don't believe in Jesus. Well, I've never heard the minister say that he did not believe in Jesus. But by the same token, if we were to be totally honest with this thing we call Christianity, which was given to us in this country by your white master, please understand that when you were in Africa, when you were brought from on the first ship, which was called the first ship, the good ship Jesus, that the slaves, those who lived in Africa, were praying prior to Jesus Christ. Good, Don't mess them up. Don't mess them up with that. That prior to arriving here from the Ivory Coast of Africa, that the blacks in Africa were already praying. What makes you think that your ideology, your theology is the right? In fact, if you just be honest with yourself, everything that you believe is hearsay. I'll let that marinate for a second. Everything, all of your belief, whether you the missionary Baptist, you the Church of God in Christ, whether you the CMEAME apostolic, everything that you believe is hearsay. If you wasn't there, it was hearsay. It was hearsay that made you believe that Jesus the Christ, and yes, I believe in Jesus the Christ. Do I take all of the writings of Paul as factual? No, I don't. Ooh, that is, don't do that. They'll find me that scripture. I think it's Ephesians about the slave. Obey your master. Find that. I'm sorry, and I'm going to upset you so-called traditional minded, holier than how fire baptized, Holy Ghost filled. I'm going to mess your mindset up. I cannot agree with everything that Paul said. Paul, in the 6th chapter, servants, be obedient to them that are your masters according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, in singleness of your heart, as unto Christ, not with eye service as men pleasers, but as the servants of Christ, excuse me, doing the will of God from the heart, with good will, doing service as to the Lord and not to men, knowing that whatsoever good thing any man doeth, the same shall he receive of the Lord, whether he be bond or free. Paul, I can't go with you with obeying my master. I refuse, Paul, to have a master. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't. But when I look at the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, am I one to say that I agree with all of the ideologies of the Nation of Islam? No. Hell, I don't believe in all of the ideologies of the Baptists. No, I don't. But when I see what the nation is doing, what they doing, they don't be doing about selling them bean pies and selling them papers. Well, see, most of you run your damn mouth, but you have no idea what is going on. Okay? Beauty, brains, and movement just go along with the program. The Nation of Islam puts black men that you see on the corner selling papers in business. These men buy the paper from the nation at a discounted price and sell it on the streets. Many of these men who have been in prison who cannot find jobs are making a living off of selling the paper and selling the bean pie. It's called economic empowerment. Okay? Economic empowerment. What is your black ass pastor, your bishop, your apostle, your potentate? What is he doing in his church to economically empower you? Oh, yes, you have your annual days every Sunday, but how much of that goes back into the community? But why Farrakhan? Why Farrakhan? Why Martin King? Why Malcolm X? Why the assassination of these men who were vocal against white supremacy? Why? Why these men and strong black men who stand up against the white establishment? Why is it that these men find themselves victimized? Why? Why? Because the greatest fear of the white man is the black man that he cannot tame. Strong black men frighten the white man. The white man knows his story. His story. Break that word up. His story. His story. His story. Landlord, I don't know whether Martin King was alive or not when he went to the hospital. They killed him in the surgery room. That's hearsay. Okay, that's hearsay. I know he died. I know that the reason that he died is the black ass preachers that he had around him. Oh, come on. See, when the white man comes to destroy in the black community and he wants to silence a voice, the white man does not get his hands nasty. He gets that black ass, spook ass, that water carrying nigga. That's the nigga that he uses. Martin King. Why would you put Martin King, who had death threats, why would you take him to the Lorraine Motel when in his other visits here in the city, he had stayed at what was called at that time the Rivermont, at the Holiday Inn Rivermont, where you go into the hallway and catch your elevator and go up to a room? Why would black leaders, Ralph Abernathy and Billy Kyles and all of those folks, put him in an open space in a room that had no covering? Because the master had gotten hold to these demons, and I'm calling these black ass demons, had got a hold, and because of the promise that you'll be somebody, they sold him out. I ain't never gave a damn about Jesse Jackson. How was it when all the airplanes in Memphis were grounded on April 4th, 1968? How was it that Jesse Jackson was able to fly out of Memphis with Martin King's blood on his shirt and go to Chicago? That nigga thought he was going to be the next king. Let me not get myself host tonight. Strong black men, men with backbone, men that have no fear of telling the truth. You are a threat to the white man. Strong black men that speak their minds. Strong black men that love their blackness. Excuse me. Black men who try to inform. Black men that don't bow. Black men that don't scratch their head when it don't itch. Black men that don't dance unless they hear some good music. Black men that can't be bought or used frighten the white man. That is Augustus Matthews. Frightens folk. I scare white folk and I scare handkerchief head niggas because I ain't scared of the white man. I'm free. I don't talk the way that you want me to talk. Black folk will talk against Farrakhan and say Farrakhan shouldn't say what he say. It's the truth. You want to put sugar on doo-doo. Doo-doo is still doo-doo whether you put some sugar on it or not. It's just some sweet doo-doo. You want some sweet doo-doo. Touch your neighbor tonight, say, do you want sweet doo-doo? Yeah. You want sweet doo-doo. You don't want the real, raw, naked truth. You want doo-doo. That's the reason I get the hatred that I get. They have tried to silence me. On many occasions. In my young years in radio, when I was on the white folks stations and I made comments about racism when I would expose white and black politicians, they get me off the air. Can't have that nigga talking like that. You can't be telling black folk they can be free. You can't tell black folk to think for themselves. In 2012, they came at me again with them bogus charges when I was trying to save a baby's life. When a black child was shown all over Facebook with the penis of a man in her mouth. Facebook didn't take it down. But when I put the picture up and I challenged folk to let me know, because I was told it was a Memphis child. When I put it up on the page, then the then director of the police department calls a press conference. We got this nigga now. We've been after this nigga the last 2 or 3 years. He's been able to expose everything that was going on in the police department. He's been able to pull our own paperwork. He's been able to pull our own paperwork and expose us. We've even sent the DA and some of his agents to him to tell them, you better be quiet. Where you getting all your information about what's going on in the Memphis Police Department, how you get hold of certain records. They didn't know that they had a leak in their building, and I was trying to make sure that their souls were moved. We got in there. So you come up. I'm about to give me some cough something. You come up with some truck charges because I put a picture on Facebook asking, did anybody know who this man was that was molesting this child? They arrested me. They charged me with sexual exploitation of a minor, especially exploitation aggravated. They knew they had nothing. They knew, but they wanted to silence me. They took my bond to $150,000. I guess they thought I was one of the Negroes that couldn't get out of jail. I said, all you got to do, I don't give a damn how big the bond is, I'm walking out of here. I walked out on that $150,000 bond. At that time, I was doing a TV show at 7 o'clock in the morning. I walked out of there. The studio was about a block from 201 Poplar. I went on the air. And I told the powers that be, damn, if that's the best you got, then damn it, you ain't got nothing. You won't silence me. You won't stop me from telling the truth. Cost me about $60,000. They tried to get me to take a plea and plead guilty, which meant that I would have to register as a sexual offender. So hell no, I ain't did nothing. I tried to save a child's life. Well, when that wouldn't work, and I had some good lawyers, they said, okay, we're gonna drop all that. We're gonna drop those charges. All of them, they dropped them. But we gotta get you on something. So we're gonna get you on tampering with evidence. Don't tell me what that white boy won't do when you try to stick up and tell the truth. January 17th, was it the 17th or the 27th? Huh?
When it's 27th?
I think it was January 27th. 2017, they sent somebody for me. And it was a blessing that my garage door at my house was off track. No, I would have got caught in my garage. I pulled up to my house, rolled my garage up because I hadn't had the time to stop and get it fixed. When I get back in my car, my truck was parked in my drive also. So I couldn't see the corner. I lived one house from the corner. There was a guy that was in the getaway car, and two guys came up to my car. As I got back in the car, there's a 9mm in my face, tells me to get out the car. Didn't ask me for no money. Had a little change on me that night. Didn't ask for no jewelry. My Mercedes was running. Lay down, we gonna kill you. I looked at the guy with the gun. I said, man, if you gonna kill me, you will kill me tonight standing up. I will not lay down and you kill me. As I said that, I kind of messed up his mind. because I'm trying to move toward the end, and I was a little heavier 2 years ago than I am now, but my fat ass was going to take off down the street. As I got to the end of my car, the other guy just started shooting. He was less than 4 feet away. And I know I heard 2 or 3 shots. And I ran around to the other side of my car. I said, oh, because hell, I know I'm hit. How do you miss me and I'm that close? But God. See, when you are on an earthly assignment from God, when God has called you to free his people, when God has called you to tell it like it is, it don't matter how many bullets you got in the gun. I think they took off running. I don't know whether they thought I was dead or whether they said, hell, did we pick Clark Clint to kill tonight? But they didn't come for money. They thought that they could silence me. They didn't understand that even though they couldn't see inside of my car anybody, they didn't understand that I had grace and mercy riding along with me. And when they pulled me out of the car, grace and mercy got out of the car and said, no, this is God's anointed one. This gonna be the cussing pastor, and right now you will not be able to take his life. I'm a fear. There are white boys and handkerchief head Negroes that when they turn on this show, they cringe because they know I'm unbossed and I am unbought. You can't pay me. When they came to me offering me $25,000 not to talk about AC1 handkerchief head ass nigga that they had in office to do the white man's building, I said, kiss my ass and call it sweet. I said, look, come on and bring me that money, because I'm finna call them FBI, them alphabet people, so they can be here when you bring me the money. You will not trick me. This is the reason that Farrakhan is being banned. Because the message of freedom, the message of economic empowerment, the message of doing for yourself, quit waiting on white folk to deliver you, is too strong of a message, because some black man, some black woman, some black boy or girl may understand that I am free. Know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. There is no freedom that you have until you deal with truth. I get people all over the country that say, well, you the cussing pastor. How you call yourself the cussing pastor? Because I cuss. Who you to define what a word is that's a cuss word? Huh? Who you to define for me what is profane? What is profane is the killing that black folk are doing amongst each other. That's profanity. When I look at the black community and we have no hospitals, we own no grocery stores, we own no economics in our community, we buy from everybody but ourselves. We make that white boy rich. We make the Chinese man, the Vietnamese man, the Arab man, they come into our community, they get rich until the message goes forth that we can be free, that we can economically empower ourselves. Then you won't be free. $18 billion in the black church last year, given in the black church last year. 18 billion. But what does black America really show for their contribution to the church? Many churches are not doing a damn thing but emotionalizing you on Sunday. Your ass get happy. Oh, I'm happy. You run and jump. You run around the building, and then you run back to communities that are desolate. You run back to communities where the median income is less than $10,000 a year, and you listen to the black ass pastor tell you it's going to be better by and by. When you get to heaven, everything going to be all right. Why in the hell I got to wait to get to heaven to have some riches? Well, if that Bible be correct, and in the book of Matthew where Jesus says, I am come that ye may have life, not death, life, and have that life more abundantly. Damn it, I ain't trying to get to no damn heaven because I got to go by the funeral home to get to heaven. I want to enjoy life and its abundance right here as God said I could have it. You worried about me cussing, but you ain't feeding nobody. You worried about me, but you have no mentoring program. And I invite you as parents right now that's watching me all over the Mid-South at 10 a.m. tomorrow at the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, 3835 Raleigh Militant Road. I invite you to bring your boys starting at the age of 6 years old. We are going to start our first real session of our boys mentoring program. We're going to be dealing with conflict resolution. Why you angry, little boy? Why you got an attitude? Why don't you know what real love is? It's because we as black men, we have walked away from our children. That's the reason they're in the gangs. That's the reason they're in the penitentiaries. That's the reason they're in the cemetery, because they have not been taught to be men. But we gonna do it. I ain't gonna get no grants. You know, folk that you down on me because I cuss. You that crazy man on the TV. You damn right I am. You damn skippy. And I give zero about what you think about me. What are you doing? What are you doing to save young boys? We got 4,100, that's 4,100 black churches in this city and county. Probably only about 100 got programs to save our young folk. So tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, it ain't just for members. I ain't got but a handful of members because, see, y'all scared to come and hear the truth. Y'all want to hear that bullshit from the pulpit. Y'all, that's the stuff y'all want. Oh, when we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. No, 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 no. How come you can't have some joy? How come you can't have some peace? How come you can't have some prosperity right here? That's not what you're being taught. What if the black church, who took in $18 billion, what's 10% of that, Dale? Dale, wake your ass up. What's 10% of 18 billion? You doing the alt, time the alt, time the alt, time the alt? What is it? It's hell. It's a whole lot of money. Dale sitting on that nine. I don't know what's wrong with Dale. You tired? You sleepy? Oh, I do work it kind of hard. We're gonna give you a raise in about 3 years. Yeah, by the time we all did something, it's a whole lot of money. What if the black church tied back into the black community? Huh? What if? Somebody give me them figures. Hell. What if we tied back 18 billion? What?
1.8 billion.
1 point what?
8 billion.
1.8 billion. Okay. What if we put that black back into the community? What? Hospitals, shopping centers. But you're complacent to wait for the white man. That's the reason your ass satisfied with the EB&T card. Hell, y'all want that po-ass God. I don't want the po-ass God. I don't want the EBT card God. I don't want the Section 8 God. When y'all do get to heaven, they ain't got no Section 8 in heaven. They ain't gonna have no low income housing in heaven. You are complacent because you have allowed the white man to be your damn pimp. He pimps you. We're gonna give you a little something. We're gonna give you some food stamps. Instead of teaching you to go out there and work and have some food. They don't want these type of messages to go forth. Let's take a commercial break and we'll be right back here on the Thaddeus Matthews Show. You don't feel good, girl?
No,
What's hurting you?
stop putting out my business out on Facebook.
We didn't have no more water in the car, did we? Did you bring some more water?
I did.
I'm just a coughing up a damn stone. We're in commercial break. Woo. Bless your heart tonight. Woo. I'm waiting to give me some Hennessy. Woo. Shall we gather at the river? All righty. All right. The thing I need to hit there. The
They wanna know if you're gonna go live tomorrow in your mentoring.
huh?
They wanna know if you're going live tomorrow in your mentoring.
No. If they want it, they'll come. No, I'm not going live for the mentoring. If you want to be a part of the mentoring, you'll be there. If you waiting for a laugh, motherfucker, why you on my page waiting for a motherfucking laugh? No, in fact, motherfucker, you gone. Get your laugh at your mama's house. She got a laugh for your motherfucking ass. Go look at her ass and get your laugh. You gone, man. And you stupid motherfuckers keep requesting to be a part of my live. Motherfucker, what the fuck I need you? Don't nobody know your motherfucking asses. Shit. Ooh. How many more? One more. Yes, I am ruthless, baby. Who is Monica Ready? Want to know what time to have Bryson there?
Oh, 10.
Huh?
Tell them 10.
Oh, that's a different name, though. Monica or something. All right. Why your mammoth's head wrinkled? A dried up bitch. And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show. Thank you so very much for being here. Our mentoring will start at exactly 10 o'clock tomorrow. Our boys mentoring and our girls mentoring in another part of the church will start. You know, and now look at you city young folk on Instagram. And as serious as this conversation is, you know, ignorant mother. Okay. You gone to. And those of you who may be on here for the first time on Instagram, I blocked you in a heartbeat, and you're never ever able to come back to the page. So y'all better tell them my blocking is ruthless. But back to tomorrow, make sure that your sons and your daughters and mothers bring your daughters and go into the mentoring, because the girls mentoring is also a mentoring program for those of you who are women, okay? Those of you who are women and you need mentoring as well, okay? So come on and be with us tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. I'm trying to do some things that traditional ministries don't do. We will not soft pedal in the mentoring program. Many of our young boys do not have fathers. Men just some dog their mama out, or they just dogs themselves and they walked off and they left their sons. So what the boys mentoring is all about is to be there for these young kids, to be the stepfathers, to step up and to try to change the lives of our young people. To keep those of you who are mothers from having to sit on that front row crying your eyes out because your child has been shot down. We're dealing with conflict resolution. We've got to talk about it. We've got to talk about it. But more than that, we've got to listen to what our young people are saying. I need to know what's on your mind. What is it that has made you angry? Okay? See, understand, white folk don't like the mentoring. Those who are the judges, those who own the bonding companies, those who make a profit off of privatized incarceration, they don't want us to mentor you because you are profit for them. Here in the state of Tennessee, at least 75 to 80% of all of the prison beds must stay occupied. They have a contract with Correction Systems of America that if 80% of the prison beds are not full, then the state of Tennessee, and most of y'all around the country, y'all got the same thing, the state has to pay them. So if the state has a contract with a private incarceration company that needs the beds to be filled to make money, why do you think that those folk want to rehabilitate you? Why they want to rehabilitate it? They can't make no money if you are rehabilitated. So that's the reason for the mentoring program at Naked Truth. I don't care what no other pastor does. I ain't competing with nobody. I got to do what I've got to do. You know, and I certainly notice to people that don't know, and maybe some of you on social media don't know, I got a 45,000 square foot building. That's with the gymnasium. Got a house on the property that if anybody looking to start a daycare one of them, what we call, not the old people, how the elderly daycare centers. You know what I'm talking about, Dale. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. You can rent that house. But I don't give but a handful of folk come on Sunday. Now, folk out, when I get through with my message on Sunday, I'll have several thousand that have watched around the world. But in Memphis, Tennessee, there is a fear of me. Unless y'all need something, then my phone will ring. So I'm a pastor that don't get paid. I get no income from the church at all. My money is made off of broadcast and some other little business things I have going on. But I get no money from the church. In fact, the church and ministry has put me in debt. I put $80,000 of my own money into ministry last year because I believe that God has an assignment on my life, and I believe that if I violated the assignment, if I said like I feel so many days I'm tired of it and I quit, I believe that God would take my life. I believe that. I believe that down in my inner soul that I was born April 1st, 1957 for such a day as this. To boldly tell folk that there is a better way. The church has missed its real mission. Y'all going out to church folk. I'm a fisher of men. I'm going and looking for the hoes. I'm looking for the punks, the lesbians, the bulldaggers, the dykes. I'm looking for the whoremongers. I'm looking for the liars. I'm looking for the robber man. I want them to know that no matter what state of mind you find yourself in today, that if you change your mind, if you be transformed by the renewing of your mind, your life can change. I see black pastors, instead of working themselves, you join up with white folk. I'm sorry, I can't join up with your groups. I'm sorry. See, when you see the white man come into your community, he bring his bus and he come pick up the little black children and he take them out to like Bellevue Baptist Church and take them out to the big church and give them some milk and cookies. Do you realize that those white pastors, those white ministries get grants? That every little black child that they bring in, they don't give a damn whether they can read or write. They sign your little name here, and your little black child from the inner city that has 4,100 black churches in it, you become a token for those white ministries. Naked truth. Naked truth I will not bow down. That's the reason I keep talking about that punk ass preacher, Charlie Caswell. I don't like you, man. When you can allow white folk to make you a slave, when they make you a water carrying, handkerchief head, yellow belly, ooh, I can't use that word on the TV, but the first word is mother. when they can take you and use you and you walk away from your people. I have no respect for you. When you are a pastor in the inner city, in one of the poorest areas of black Memphis, you the pastor of the Union Grove Baptist Church. White folk use you when they want to bring something into the black community. You were kissing the ass, licking the doo-doo out of the ass, Charlie Caldwell, of white ministries. But you walked away from your black church because your black church could not pay your punk ass. You walked away from black folk and went and took a job in the white folks' church. Those of you on Instagram, it's timing out. We'll bring you right back. I have no respect for you. None. You are waste of the semen that should have ran down your daddy's leg. That's raw, preacher. That's the truth. And until we start calling out these traitors in the black community, until we start calling them out, they will keep on doing what they're doing. Don't you think I get tired sitting up at my desk in my church? Don't get a dime, paying most of all of the bills. Don't you think there are days I want to say the hell with this? You could be out there making your money doing what you were doing prior to this. I get real tired. Somebody want to know, do I hate those dead white slave masters on the money? Hell no. The only good president I know is a dead one on a dollar bill. I don't hate white folk. In fact, since you asked me that, let's see if you're bold enough to answer the phone at 329-2703. Ask me on the air. Come on. Ask me on the air.
Hi, you've reached 1-901-329-2703. Please leave your message after the tone.
You're a coward. Either you're a coward white boy or you one of them handkerchief-head wallet-carrying Negroes. You can text me, but you can't say it to me. No, I ain't mad at them dead folk, white folk that's on them dollar bills, them $100 bills. I like them, okay? Since you wanted to know. But I was gonna give you, if you are man enough or woman enough to address me on air. I love you cowards. You like throwing rocks and hide your hands. But I give you the opportunity, if you wanted to come at me, brother or sister, I give you your opportunity to do just that. But please make sure that you are tomorrow at the mentoring session. In fact, T, put up the Cash App and stuff. Y'all done got paid today. You might not have a ministry, to give a little something too. And you believe in giving. There it is. You want to see me help these boys. You want to see me help these girls. Go there. Cash App, $ Naked Truth Ministries. PayPal.me/help support group. Okay? Least you'll be giving to a ministry that's out here functioning. You're giving to a ministry. I paid $6,000, which is about $3,000 too much, to do what I do for you each and every month. $72,000 a year to bring you information that no other black man in this market or anywhere else in this country is bold enough to bring you. Not only do I talk the talk, I walk the walk. So if you're looking somewhere to send your tithes to, there it is. Show me that you appreciate what I'm doing in educating and informing you. I'm gonna just leave it up there on the screen for the rest of the show. We ain't gotta put my name back up there. Y'all know my name. There it is. Cash App, Naked Truth Man. I don't care whether it's $5, $10, $100, $50, $1,000. If you believe in what I'm doing, if you believe in the truth, if you want to keep on getting the truth the way you getting it raw and naked from a man that is unbought and unbossed, there it is. Prove it. You done got your first of the month money, your third of the month money. Come on. Come on. Be a part of what I'm trying to do. Okay? Now, when I look at what is going on with Minister Farrakhan and being banned, somebody say, if you need security, I specialize in supreme security. No, I have my own security people. Thank you. I appreciate you. For us as a people to be strong, we must own our own communications. This is a war that we're in. Okay? This is a war that we are in. In war, thank you, Tonette Harris, for your $50 contribution tonight. Thank you so very much. In this war that, what am I doing? I done messed up. I hit the, Dale? Where'd Dale go? I done messed this thing up. Okay, let me see if I'm smart enough. While she going, see if I can start it back up. Oh hell, I just made it worse. Well, they're gonna have to wait till she get back in. Wait. Let me see if I'm smart. Yeah, let's see if I can do it. Okay, let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can do it. Let me see if I can do it. I did it without. Now, we must start our own lines of communication. If we had our own Facebook that didn't believe in censorship, we could create our own Facebook, Blackface. Yeah, that'd be a good name for it. Blackface. Yeah, we could name it Blackface. We must have and create our own lines of communication. We must. That's what we got to do. If we had our own social media pages, our own social media entities, I fixed it, thank you. We wouldn't have the problems. We wouldn't have, no. We wouldn't have the, if we could find black investors, just like Zuckerberg did, to create our own social media statuses, then understand, we could put Facebook, Instagram out of business. If we own our own TV stations, our own TV networks, I look at them and the established to come after Ice Cube and his investors. They're trying to buy up 21 television stations around the country. I see the powers that be coming after them. Here I am, not even on that level. And here I am on a black network with a black TV show. And the powers that be don't like the fact that I'm here. But here's what would happen. Okay, here's what would happen. On this black network, what makes this black network work is me. And I ain't got no lie to tell it. This show, this one, is watched by over 350,000 households nightly. Thousands of folk on social media because people want the truth. They don't want them same old tired TV show. Let me show you what the white man does with our media. Michael Basin had a syndicated radio show doing well until he became an activist. And Michael got involved in the Trayvon Martin situation. You educating, you're informing black folk. You're telling black folk about Trayvon. You're telling them about the killings in that happened with him, how he died, how racist Zimmerman was. And what they do, they pull Michael Basin off the air. Roland Martin. And Roland Martin was with TV One that was started by a black woman who happened to sell it to the white people. And guess what they did? They took Roland Martin off the TV. Now let me show you something else. Why has Steve Harvey been able to stay on TV? Why has Steve Harvey been able to stay on the radio? Because he don't rock the boat. That's it. and Steve's wife, Marjorie, is from right here in Memphis, Tennessee. He does not rock the boat. I don't watch it, and hey, I admire Steve for accumulating. They said today he's worth $160 million. Somebody was sending me some information. Uh, yeah, after Arsenio Hall had Minister Farrakhan on the air, they took Arsenio Hall off the air. Okay. Watch what happened. But Steve Harvey, when I watch his show, it's like watching a black, what was that man that used to come on to Johnny Carson? It's a variety show. Okay? It's a variety show. It does not deal in the issues of black folk. I was approached about doing a national show last year. But the white folk wanted to own me. They wanted to script me. Well, you know, you can't talk about this and you can't talk about that, and we watched some of your videos. No, I'm 62 years old, and a white man has not owned me all of these years. Damn if you finna own me now. So now they threaten even to take Steve off of TV and put that little white girl, that singer girl, in his place. We must understand that when the white man gets through using you, he'll throw you away if you don't own your own stuff. Let me tell you something. We better wake up as black folk in this country and understand who you are. You have been so programmed to hate each other that you don't understand the power of divide and conquer. We are such a divided people that we are being conquered. In this city, when the Dr. Willie Harrington, when he was mayor prior, started having his problems, Dr. Harrington gave Minister Louis Farrakhan the key to the city of Memphis. It won't open a damn thing. Ira Lipman, the owner of God's Mall, Jew, one of the power brokers, went to Mayor Harrington and said, take the key back that you gave him. I'm insulted. I can hear Willie Harrington telling Ira Lemon, kiss my mother ass. I can hear Doc right now telling him that. Then the white folk, the power brokers, start playing the games that they play. You better understand who you are. You better understand that unless we as a people come together, we are destined for extinction. Do you understand? Can I give y'all some history? I've given it here on the show before, but can I give y'all some history? Can I give you an assignment? Can I give you some homework? Can I make you read? The white man fears that Negro that reads and can read with comprehension. Go back, Google, if you will, the Nigger Project. Huh? Somebody asked me what's the purpose of life? To live, crazy. And you're that stupid. You too stupid to be on my page. What's the purpose of life? To live. Let me get rid of you, because you just plumb stupid. You ain't a little stupid. You plumb stupid. Google it. It's there. Let me see. Let me get out the Google. Make sure it's still here. See, y'all be thinking I'm telling y'all I'm creating something. Yeah, it's still here. Yes. The Nigger Project. The Nigger Project. The Nigger Project was a project that was put together for the genocide of black folk. What you talk about? The Nigger Project changed its name, but the Nigger Project still exists. The Nigger Project was started by a woman by the name of Margaret Sanger. They don't call it the Nigger Project no more. That ain't politically correct. They call it Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood was put in place for the annihilation of black children and the sterilization of black women. In fact, I'm reading here the Negro Project and Margaret Sanger. We refer the policy of immediate sterilization, of making sure that parenthood is immediately prohibited to the feeble-minded. No, that was in 1922. 1925, Adolf Hitler came behind and said the demand that defective people be prevented from propagating equally defective offspring is the most human act of mankind. There was a plan. There is a plan for the genocide of black folk. Let me bring it to even something. Let me Google it for you too. Look up the Kissinger report. kissing. Wait a minute. Hell, let me go back. I lost the page. Yeah, the Kissinger report. Ooh, ooh, was put in place 1974 for population control. Good God Almighty. It's a little bit right. Read it. Read it. The Kissinger report. This is the reason black men like myself, black men like the minister, that they come after us because we educate you. Read the Kissinger report. Start reading about Infomil and Similac and all that stuff when y'all took the baby off the titty and start giving them the chemicals that the white folk was making. You saw an increase in criminal activity among black children and poor children. Look at it. Go and do the research of the chemicals that is put in Similac and Infomil and all that other baby formula. Look at it. And you will, if you just read, other than the King James Version, if you read, you will find out that everything that is happening in the black community is systematic, and that's the reason we as a people must come together. You must come together and understand that the greatest fear of the white man is the black man that he cannot tame, that he cannot crack the whip, he cannot put in the cave. He is not the one that's going to go and sit on the stool. He's the one that's going to be in the community working to make a difference. This Sunday at 10 a.m., I'm inviting men and your woman. Your woman bring your man, and man bring your woman. I got a message for you, for men on Sunday mornings. There is no dress code. If you ain't got nothing but your t-shirt and your blue jeans and a pair of tennis, come on. My subject on Sunday morning, I'm gonna take a miracle of Jesus. When Jesus healed the blind man, they asked Jesus, whose fault is it that this man was born blind? And I want to talk to black men and men, period. And I got to tell you Sunday morning, you don't have to be a blind man anymore. You don't have to be a blind man. You don't have to be blind and be in poverty. You don't have to be blind and walk away from your children and your woman. And the reason that you're walking away from your boys and you're watching your boys die in the streets is because we as older men, we have been blind. But now you can see. You got the opportunity to change your life. Will you come Sunday morning, 10 a.m.? Those of you around the country will be showing it on the Facebook pages. You don't have to be blind anymore. I need you there on this Sunday morning. There is no more hooping. Y'all know I can hoop. I've got to educate, stimulate, motivate the minds of our people. The black church has put on a show for you all too long. Now it's time to teach. Very shortly, I'm going to start dealing with the lost books of the Bible and let you know everything about God is not in those 66. But I urge you, when you see black men speaking truth to power, when you see black men that's just not talking the talk, but they're walking the walk, support those men. It's hard for us out here, those of us who are here to inspire you, motivate you, educate you. They turn the wolves loose on us. But I'm a danger because they know I won't bow. I'm a danger because they know that the black folk they send to the black community with that bullshit, that I'm going to uncover them. I'm going to expose them. I'm not going to throw a rock and hide my hand. You going to know I'm the one with this brick in my hand, and I will not allow you to deceive our people. That's the reason I urge you to support Naked Truth. I may not have 20 folk in the church Sunday morning. May not, because y'all scared to come hear the truth. I don't get support in Memphis. I get more support from around the country than I do here. But I urge you to help me help somebody else. Cash App. Those of you that's watching me on social media. Everybody on Instagram got a Cash App. Cash App, Naked Truth Ministries. If you want me to help continue to take care of the business of our people boldly, then help. I want to take our boys on field trip, get them equipment, get them suits and ties, get them emergency clothing, bring speakers in, get them haircuts when the mamas can't afford them, get them t-shirts, do the things for them that need to be done, but I can't do it without your help. Some of you the other night when I was asking, well, I ain't got paid. You don't got paid now. You don't got paid. And I'm not asking for me. I'm asking for our children. I urge you now to give. We have one donation all night. But folks don't come to my church. Oh, I got the faithful few. But will you come Sunday? Sunday communion Sunday too, ain't it? No, it's the first Sunday. Second Sunday we serve real wine and we let you go get refills too. That's the second Sunday. This is the first Sunday. Cash App is $ Naked Truth Ministries. Somebody pin that on there for me if you can. Selena, if you're still on there, pin that for me. Naked Truth. $ Naked Truth Ministries. Y'all give T.D. Jakes, all these ministries that only emotionalize you. I'm trying to educate you. How many of you know anything about the Negro Project or the Nigger Project? The Kissinger Report. I'm not going to come to you with it sweet. It's going to be raw. It may even sound harsh. But it will make you think. Thank you, Sister Alexis. That's it. If all of you right now even on Instagram, if you gave $10, thanks Tiara Jones for your contribution, $40. Thank you so much. What about you? Those of you who have businesses here in the Memphis area, why don't you advertise on the most watched black program in the market? Why? I got the best advertising deals in town. I can't even get black folk to advertise. Oh, I run commercials. Those are long commercials. People pay me every month to be on. But why aren't you? Why isn't your business on this show? Whether it's the visual commercial or it's one of these Reed commercials. And I cut deals every day because it's my show. Okay? This is my show. Hey, you guys, come on by the church to get the erector tomorrow. If your thing ain't getting hard, come on by the church. I got the coffee and the pills. If it ain't getting hard, come get yourself some erector. Now you got to get at least 3, okay? Gotta get, don't come down, I ain't got but $10. If you ain't got but $10, you don't need to get no coochie nowhere. You just wait, save up, and get you some coochie. I got some men that come by on the first of the month. They making them young girls now. Got a word for that little pat on the head. Good information for advertising. Can you get information for advertising? Inbox me. You on the Instagram, just go into my inbox and leave your name and number, and I'll give you a call when I get off the show. But you guys has been packing it in, let it go straight in. I got the stuff for you. You can do this between, I got class in the morning, between 12 and 2. Thank you, Geronda James, for the $10. We're going to save these children. We're going to save the children. Okay. We're going to save the children. Why you asking me about R. Kelly? What about R. Kelly? You don't know what we talk about on the show? That will get you fastly taken off the show, asking me about something that we're not talking about. Okay? Naked Truth Ministry. $ Naked Truth Ministry. Will you give tonight? We talked about the Erector, didn't we? Don't forget about DMC Cleaners right here in Memphis, Tennessee. Black-owned cleaners, 62 Fairway. 62 Fairway at 3rd Street. Black-owned cleaners. Take your business to a full-service black cleaners. They do all your pressing and all that stuff right there. It's where I go, okay? DMC, 62 Fairway, they open Mondays through Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Same day service. In by 9, you get your clothes back the same day. Half price on your dry cleaning when you pay in advance. That number is 901-789-7983. 901-789-7983. Thank you, Courtney C. Courtney, for your $10. Yeah, I love the $10. They add up. Okay? If you ain't got but $10, give tonight. Okay? Give that we can continue doing what we do. Come on, helping in this community. Thank you from San Diego, California. And I guess I need to almost now start putting up something every day on Instagram. Hey, R&S Appliance Repair. Call Raphael Smith. He's a young black man. He's 33 years old with 13 years of experience, formerly with Best Buy and Sears. He services all kitchens and laundry appliances, high-end and low-end, new and used. He can fix your stove, your garbage disposals, your refrigerators, your microwaves, dishwashers, your washers, your dryers. His trip and diagnostic fee is $50, which go on your label costs on all your services that are purchased. If you got something that needs to be fixed, call him 901-620-8572. Okay? Anthony Rayford, thank you for your $10 as well. Goldsmith Security Academy. Sean Goldsmith, one half of my security team. He specializes in your handgun carry permits. If you live in Memphis, you need yourself a gun. If you are a security guard, you can get all of your certifications through Sean Goldsmith. Give him a call at 901-634-8384. 634-8384. D2G screenshots. If you ain't scared to wear these t-shirts, Jim Strickland, get the hell out of our office. This shirt was produced for me by D2G Screenshot. Whatever you can take a picture of, he can make a t-shirt out of it. He's at 3189 North Watkins. That's right there at Watkins and Dalewood. Direct to garment printing. This is not screen printing. Quick turnaround. If you don't need but one shirt, he can do you one shirt. No minimums are required. No screen setups. No color limits. If you got 29 colors, he can do it. High quality images. Snap it, send it, wear it for your class reunion, your family reunion, them repasts, rest in peace shirts, parties and birthday shirts, whatever again that you can come up with in your head, he can make a t-shirt out of it. Call him at 901-279-0434. Area code 901-279-0434. Now here's my favorite commercial. This is for the ladies with the stanky coochies. If you got a stanky coochie, you are a nuisance to everybody. Your coochie might have stunk. Is that a word, stunk? Huh? It is one now. If your coochie done stunk so long that you can't smell it no more, the rest of the people's is smelling it. Well, these people said, and I didn't write this ad, but I like it. Cleanliness is next to godliness, ladies, and organic is always best. So head over to Forever Fresh. That's the number Forever Fresh for all of your feminine care needs. On Instagram, y'all on Instagram, look them up, especially if you got a stanky coochie. Clean Cat Committee 305. Clean Cat Committee 305. Oh, they got some good stuff. And you can go to their website, that's the number 4, Forever Fresh Feminine Care Products.com. Grab the best cleansers and feminine care products, organic, that's on the market. They got instant restoring pH. They can improve your sex. They got some products that say get fertile women pregnant. Lord have mercy. I don't know whether, you women that ain't been trying to get pregnant. They said that they got a customer whose tubes were tied for 18 years pregnant. Lord Jesus. Then they got the honey douche. Yeah, that removes a stubborn cage of the HPV. I don't know what the HPV is, but it sounds like something that stinks, okay? From a customer, she provided the lab work to prove it. The honey douche. You might need a honey douche. Then they got the vaginal soap that is now being used as a healing soap that works like a miracle on a wide range of skin conditions and problems. I don't know what kind of skin condition your coochie could have. Now, I don't know. I don't know. I know the things will get sick, okay? So I don't know whether to get some bumps on it, some pimples on it, some blisters on it. It changed colors or something. Whatever it is, they got some stuff. If your coochie done got some skin problems, they can help you. That's Forever Fresh Feminine Care Products.com. Okay. Somebody said it's the human papillomia virus. Men can get it too. That even sounds nasty. The papillomia virus. That's stinky thing.
It can cause cancer.
It can cause cancer. Oh, if y'all got some of that HPV, y'all might want to go and get you some of this Forever Fresh. Don't forget, guys, I got the stuff that'll get your stuff hard. Come on by the church on tomorrow. Come about 12 o'clock. If you got to come earlier, Dale will see y'all, and y'all come on and get you some products. Ooh, they said it's a vaccine for that. So if it's a vaccine for it, you get vaccinated in your coochie. They take a needle and stick you in the coochie.
They give it to them in their arms, so they'll
Oh, they give it to them in the arm. I thought they. So it's a cure for it. How many minutes I got left?
She got to put on.
I got 1 minute. Okay, I got to go. Ooh, gee. Don't forget, Sunday morning, men come and see me and be with me. You don't have to be blind, a blind man anymore. Y'all ain't got to be scared. Come on to the church, 3835 Raleigh Millerton Road. Hey, make sure your boys and your girls are present tomorrow for the mentoring classes. Boys and girls, boys from ages 6 to 17, girls from ages 12 to 21. All right, I'm gonna head to my spot and get me a drink. Yes, the pastor to get him a little Hennessy. I might give me a Long Island tea. Y'all enjoyed me this week. I enjoyed y'all. Those of you on social media, thank you so much for being a problem. Somebody said, take your drunk ass to bed. Did you tell your mammy that? Tell your mammy. Your mammy was drunk when she met your daddy and had your ugly ass. Have a great night, though, sir. All right, I'm gone. I've had a ball. Thank you so much for joining me for the most controversial television talk show anywhere in the nation. My name is Thaddeus Matthews. Until we meet again, top of the evening to you.